Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Hello if you are new. My name is Andrea Johnson and I help people develop out their energy work and psychic abilities to improve their lives. Welcome to another episode of what I like to call Conscious Coffee Talks, where I like to expand people's consciousness. Today I thought would be kind of a fun topic and a little bit different because it really got me thinking about my own life. I had a person reach out to me and ask me to join an MLM. This kind of got me thinking back in my previous life when I was a BeachBody coach and did that kind of like sparked up a trigger in me, and I was like, oh shoot. And then I got to thinking about it, and I wanted to do a video on how I think that MLMs really do help provide purpose and really help evolve one's life, but also it can serve as a trap too. So really it's honestly a perception in which way that you look at it. So I've kind of analyzed my own experience and dissected everything and wanted to share it with you guys, and maybe it could be something that can expand your consciousness if you are in an MLM and want to, see how it can fully impact your life or how it is, and just giving you a different perspective shift. Or if you're against MLMs and you want to see it in a different light, also giving some traps where I think that it can really hurt somebody in their development if they are not consciously aware of it. So let's see if I can do this without a script. My little backstory is I was a BeachBody coach in like 2016 and I absolutely loved it. All I knew was that I wanted to inspire people and I liked fitness. So I'm like, okay, cool, here we go. Finally gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for me and I'm just gonna have fun, and I want to inspire others along the way. Like literally my intention was so innocent and pure. Like it was great. I didn't really care about making money, but I started making a lot of money and I was really shocked and taken back by it. And I really think the only reason that I made a lot of money was because I wasn't trying. I was just purely being joy and having fun along the way and sharing it really with the world. I was being a product of the product, and that's what they tell you to do. Then when I started getting a taste of the money, I was like, oh, well, maybe I could really, make some money off of it. And then everything just tanked after that. Like totally did not make money after that. It's like the energy was like, no, your intention is now shifted. Not to say that making money is bad or anything like that, but there were several issues along the way with this. Before I go down the money mindset rabbit hole, I really do think that MLMs provide a sense of purpose and being for people, because that's what it did for me. I felt joy waking up every day. I looked forward to actually the community that it provided me. It gave me guidance in what to do and almost like evolved me as a human, because it introduced me to personal development. I started actually getting really into personal development and trying to improve my life, and it really had me motivated to help others improve their lives. So it kind of kickstarted that journey, and I will always be thankful for that. And I think it does it for a lot of people, because you realize that the more that you work on yourself and try to improve your life, you will do that automatically for other people, especially the ones that are closest to you. And that's truly what the soul wants to do. It literally, MLMs create a really good platform for people to help other people if they are genuine in their connections. It's also a breeding ground for negativity and destruction for the soul when the intention is to just sell and you're not in alignment with the product or your tactics of selling. And the thing I want to touch on this, guys, is it's basically any kind of, sales or marketing. There literally is no difference between trying to manipulate somebody into a sale or purely selling because you genuinely think it's going to help this person. There is absolutely no difference in making that sale. The only thing that is the difference is your intention, and your soul knows what your intention is. If your intention is to be salesy and make money and you're not going to really care if this is going to help the person or not, you're just going to sell and go on to the next thing, your soul knows that, and it's going to not be truly authentic in the sale, nor the actions or your speech or anything that you have to communicate with that potential client or that potential sale, and they are steadily going to probably pick up on it and more than likely not take the sale. I read this somewhere, and it was like, if you don't close the sale, it was because you don't believe in the product, because the client or, potential customer will pick up on it. Who knows if that's true or not? But ultimately, you won't do everything in your power to close that sale because you don't believe in that product, and your soul is gonna honestly create this like weak energy that won't push it through. Love will be the thing that will push it through, and somebody will read your excitement. Somebody will pick up on your enthusiasm, your charisma. Like, things are just going to flow from you, and you're going to show that person how it can help them in their life and not just like be really salesy and pushy. So the whole game changes when your intention changes. So your reality shifts to that point of being. So I can see where it can be like considered really crappy and salesy and just like scammy. I don't know. But I get where people say that is because they've had bad experiences with it and they've never had the good side of it. There is a good side of it. I mean, I truly believe there's light and dark, and like anything else in life, a business is a representation of the person, the owner, right? The owner's energy is infused into the business. So you have to have your employees on board with it, with the corporate culture, with the mission statement, with everything, with the product, everything. And if you're not, it will show up. It will show up in your sales. It will show up in your being. You will not really enjoy what you're doing. Some people may enjoy it just because like if they love making money, they will love trying to sell the product. But like I said, again, they'll be really salesy. But most people can't even get to that point to the sale because, well, there's going to be a lot of limiting beliefs because sales is scary to begin with. But the power of love will push past all that. And actually, if they truly believe in the product and it impacted their life and it changed them, they truly think it can do it for other people. And that's how you know it's part of your purpose. That's just my thoughts on this and what I've seen. But it can truly help somebody find purpose in their life if they're on the good side of it. Now, where I've seen it stunted some people's growth is this, MLM, whatever, this community has really built up this person and advanced their life, but it only does it, from what I've experienced, to a certain extent. We are multidimensional beings. We are going to be ever changing. And when you identify with one corporate culture, company, you're going to have to evolve with it and basically align your core beliefs and values, your ethics with that. And that becomes who you are. And if some point in your journey that changes for you, it's going to be extremely hard for you to part with it or to change. You're going to feel this internal disconnect. You're going to actually start to not be in alignment with that company anymore. And all of your sales, like everything will change. The way you feel about the product, things like that will start to change. And you may feel yourself getting a little depressed. You might be like, what the F is going on? You may not even be able to put your finger on it, but it is because you are changing as a person. You have either evolved past what that company represents, and you're ready to move on, and it served you for a time being as part of your journey to evolve you to where you needed to go. But most people are too scared to move past it because it's basically a safety net. It's a security. It's provided them with a certain amount of income. Right now, they're afraid if they change and do something different that they'll lose all of that. And if you've built followers around, your business with BeachBody or, whatever MLM, they're scared that they're going to lose, those people. It's kind of the same struggle of the influencer. So influencers, however many years ago, 10 years ago, now, they've evolved and changed as a person. and they struggle to actually show their true authenticity to their audience, or they've kept themselves in this box, but their soul is like pushing them to evolve and change and grow, and they won't do it out of fear of change, because if they change, they will ultimately lose part of their following, and therefore their safety, security, their income, things like that will take a dive. It's a true fear, and people physically create disease around this. I've seen it so many times when I watch YouTube videos, and you can pick up on the vibration of it if you're really in tuned. People who are struggling with this, and you can see like most of the time it manifests as skin issues or digestive problems. That is expressing your truth, the throat chakra for the skin problems, the hormones. People's hormones are out of whack, and then also like the digestion, that is your confidence within yourself. The relationship you have with yourself is messed up because you're not living to your true authenticity of your soul. So something has to change. So that's kind of my thought of where it can be a trap, and I've seen this struggle with people, and they'll have an internal battle on what to do. They know that there's something more that they need to be doing with their life, and they have to go through like this process of almost like a rebirth, a death and a rebirth. So because this company or this MLM was part of them for so long. So it can build you up to a certain extent, but when you get the nudge that it's time to move on and do something more in alignment with you, you need to take that. And because even though that it may stunt your audience, or you may see a decline in your money or things like that, it's just a temporary thing. And ultimately, when you evolve into this new becoming, it's kind of like an in-between stage. You'll have like this little in-between stage of where, call it a downtime per se, maybe do some shadow work, really find yourself and who this new person is, or who you're wanting to become, what you want to do, what you're being called to do. And then when you figure that out and you start taking action and you start, becoming this new person, you're going to attract new people in your field. And these are going to be a higher vibration because you are vibrating higher, right? You've evolved. This is how people come in and out of our lives, because at one point things and people serve us vibrationally. They help us evolve, whether that be good. It's good all the time, but you know what I mean? Sometimes people can be our teachers instead of it. And so over time you will attract your new audience, and therefore like you'll be even bigger than you were. Bigger as in more followers, more positive engagement, things like that, and you'll be happy again. Rebirth. So that's kind of where I've seen it. That can have like a kind of a dip in the road. Most people I don't think are consciously aware of it. Sometimes people it will develop them out enough to build the confidence within them to put themselves out there on social media. They create habits with their business that are really, really good. And, BeachBody in particular, it gave you tools to actually like learn how to build a business and things like that nature, how to do personal development, really like finding your niche and your target audience, and then building community, how to actually coach people. Like literally, I wish that I would have done it longer than what I did and actually taken advantage of it, but I wasn't like in the right conscious awareness or energy at the time, because literally it's coaches coaching coaches, and you're helping each other build out your lives. Really, that's what it is. And that's really positive. Honestly, like people have a negativity around coaching coaches or like coaching in general, but ultimately it's a rewiring of your mind. Same thing I do in energy work or psychic development with people, but it's a different way that I do it on a different level of frequency, different kind of perception shifts that align more with people who are in the psychic work or spiritual realm of things, rather than just the personal development, more so like the Tony Robbins side or Mel Robbins. You can do whichever way. My style is more of like esoteric / Gabby Bernstein. So everybody's gonna have their own thing, but ultimately it truly is an amazing tool. It really is. And where I had dropped off and where it no longer resonated with me was one, I saw the salesy side, I saw the scammy side, but I also saw the good side too. I was a part of enough teams to actually get each side of it, and I saw what a good team was and was very genuine, and I wish I still had that. But also what got me on that too, and what got me down was everybody's I let my external world get to me. So just like the comments people would make, or the way that MLMs, the reputation that they have now, it's very scammy, or, you know, people don't understand the personal development that it brings for somebody's life. You know, not necessarily just like the inside that's changing, but also the income that actually, you know, stay-at-home moms get to actually bring home some kind of money and stay home with their kids. It provides them a level of freedom. And that's amazing for somebody, you know, and, you know, maybe they don't 100% like agree with the product, but that level of freedom, they will market that to people because that has brought them 100% in alignment to who they are, and they believe in that. So their target audience is then going to be people who want to have the same freedom and get healthy and fit along the way, because ultimately that's what's going to happen. So you can see how your perception or the way that you're thinking about these things is so powerful, because it's going to shift the reality in which you create from it. Now, I was in that reality at one time, but like I said, when I let my external world get to me and tell me this information of like MLMs are bad, like they're scammy and stuff like that, it totally shifted my energy to being fun, excited, pure joy and innocence, where people were buying from me all, like, literally my first month was my biggest freaking paycheck, to then nothing, because people could sense it. And then I wasn't the same energy because I felt stunted, I felt bad, I no longer believed in what I was doing, and it showed. So I have to, if I wanted to continue, I had to shift my perception, but I wasn't consciously aware of it. I wasn't developed out enough in my conscious awareness what was actually going on. So I kind of took it as, well, this sucks. Like, this doesn't work. I kind of just put it on the company and was like, screw this. Like, this just doesn't work. People, you know, put it basically the power outside of myself. And I became the victim mindset there. I can now understand and turn it around if I wanted to. That is truly how it can be a tool to develop you out to a certain extent until it no longer serves you, right? That is kind of my thoughts on it. And this all really kicked off, like I said, when somebody was like hitting me up to join BeachBody again. And the ironic thing is I still do the workouts. I don't need the product, and so I don't believe in the product. I see where it's a good tool, but it hasn't changed my life enough to where I can 100% confidently sell it to somebody and be like, this will change your life, yo. I would just sell it as it's a good thing to do on the side if you get bored with your normal workouts. But I do see the good tools that it can have. So if you're looking for, you know, personal development, coaching, things of that nature, trying to earn a level of freedom, like, totally MLMs can help with that. Your intention just has to be pure of heart and for self-love for yourself, and then it will then transcend into your business, into other people. You won't come off as salesy or do anything that's unethical by your soul, so you'll be okay. So it's just those mindset shifts that you have to make, and you will encounter a lot of them in business. Trust me, guys. This was a very different video. It was more so of like spirituality and energy work and mindset shifts in business, rather than like psychic development, energy, like woo-woo type stuff that people want to call it. I don't know what you want to call it, guys. Honestly, to me, it's all one encompassing thing, because it's who I am. I am energy work, I'm psychic development, I am coaching. I say coaching, but like I help people, you know, expand their consciousness, shift their perspective. And also, like, I love business. I like the business side of it. It's very intriguing to me. It's a challenge, and it has a lot of community and a lot of thinking outside of the box and problem solving. So that's kind of like why I like it. And it is fun. It's very creative. It can be. The marketing can be very creative. Also can be considered the devil too, if you let it. Anyways, so hopefully this helps you guys see MLMs in a different light. Very positive. Also can be very dark depending upon your mindset. And, you know, I think that we need to change the way we see MLMs. Honestly, they really can change somebody's life, and they develop people, honestly, and that is what we need more of. High vibrational, like, you know, good cultured organizations developing good people, and that's essentially what all organizations and businesses should be doing, and we would be changing faster as a human collective. But unfortunately with business, you have a lot of ego, you have a lot of power struggles, and people see power outside of themselves and like to blame and manipulate and try to they see competition and a drive for money. So it totally just defeats the goodness that could totally come of it, because it's the mindset. So anyways, guys, different coffee talk, but I kind of liked it. What do you guys think? Yes? No? What are your thoughts on MLMs? Do you resonate? Do you not resonate? This probably will spark up a lot of controversy. So, like always, guys, I'm sending you all of my light and all my love. We'll see ya.